Ready to discover the two most expensive ultra-rare coins, the Sacagawea $1 and the 50 new pence. These coins have stunned collectors, selling for hundreds of thousands, even over $1 million. Stay tuned to uncover their fascinating history and jaw-dropping values that could change your life forever. In this video, we're going to dive into the amazing history of this coin, how a simple mistake by the mint made it extremely rare, and why collectors are willing to pay huge amounts of money for it. Stick with me to the end because this could change how you look at your spare change forever. Back in 1969, the UK was changing the way money looked and worked. They were moving from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to something called decimal currency, which means everything was going to be based on tens, just like dollars and cents. As part of this big switch, a new coin called the 50 new pence was introduced. It was special because it was the first UK coin to have 7 sides, making it easy to recognize by touch and perfect for vending machines. People loved it, and the mint made a huge number of these coins, about 188 million in 1969 alone. So, if you found one in your pocket, it was usually worth just 50 pence, nothing special. But then, sometimes, things don't go as planned. When coins are made, machines strike metal discs called planchets with heavy dies to print the designs on both sides. If something goes wrong during this process, errors happen. And some of these errors can turn an ordinary coin into a very valuable treasure. In the case of the 1969 50 new pence coin, some were struck more than once, or the dies didn't line up properly, or the metal spread out too far because a part of the machine failed. These mistakes might sound small, but for collectors, they are huge. They make the coin rare and exciting, and rare means valuable. One type of error is called a double strike. This happens when the coin gets stamped twice before it leaves the machine. It looks like the design is doubled or blurry, and that's exactly what collectors want. Another rare error is called a broad strike. Normally, the coin is held tightly in a collar during stamping so it keeps the right shape and size. But sometimes the collar fails, and the metal spreads out, making the coin look bigger and a little misshapen. These broad strike coins are very hard to find, especially from 1969. There are also zamuled errors, which happen when the coin is stamped with mismatched designs on the front and back. Imagine a coin that has one side from a 50p and the other side from a totally different coin. These mistakes are very rare and can be worth a lot too. The Royal Mint, which makes UK coins, has confirmed some of these errors exist, making them even more interesting for collectors. Now, what makes these errors so special is how much money they can fetch. While a normal 1969 50 new pence is just worth its face value, a rare error version can be worth thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. There are coins similar to this one that have sold for around $57,000 to $89,000, and in very special cases, collectors have even paid over $126,000. These big numbers sound unbelievable, but in the world of coin collecting, rare errors with proof of authenticity can be worth that much. For example, one very famous rare 50p coin, the Battle of Hastings 50p, has sold for over £63,000, which is more than $80,000. That coin was made in very small numbers, and collectors know it's a treasure. That's why when you see a 1969 50 new pence error coin with a clear mistake and in good condition, people can get really excited because it might be worth a fortune too. The key is that the error has to be real and rare, and the coin should be certified by experts so buyers know it's genuine. If you want to find out if your coin is one of these valuable errors, there are some things to look for. First, check if the design looks doubled or blurry. Look closely at the numbers and letters on the coin. Do they look like they have a shadow or double image? Then, check the shape of the coin. Is it perfectly 7-sided, or does it look stretched or bigger than usual? That could be a broad strike error. Also, compare the front and back. Are they the usual matching designs, or do they look mismatched? If something seems off, your coin could be special. Of course, it's important to get your coin checked by experts. The Royal Mint has a collector's service that can help verify if your coin is an error and how rare it is. There are also professional grading companies that examine coins and give them a grade, which helps determine how much they might be worth. Never sell a rare coin without getting it properly authenticated and graded, because there are many fakes and scams out there. Selling a rare error coin can be tricky. Many people use platforms like eBay or specialized coin auctions, but you have to be careful to choose trusted sellers and buyers. Sometimes auction houses will handle these coins for you and get the best price. No matter what, make sure you do your research and don't rush into selling. These coins can be life-changing if you get the right deal. What makes the story of the 1969 era 50 new pence coin so exciting is that it reminds us how something small and ordinary can suddenly become extraordinary. Imagine checking your old coin collection or just your pocket change and discovering you have a coin worth more than a new car or even a house in some parts of the world. This is why collectors love error coins. They are the ultimate treasure hunt in everyday life. So, the next time you find a 50p coin, don't just toss it in your piggy bank or use it without a second thought. Take a moment to look at it carefully. You might be holding. You might think that sounds impossible, but the rare 2000 Sacagawea $1 error coin has surprised collectors with values from $70,000 all the way up to $150,000. That's right, some of these coins have sold for almost $100,000, or even more. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know why this coin is so special, how it got this way, and what you can do if you find one. The Sacagawea dollar was introduced in the year 2000 by the United States Mint. The goal was to replace the older Susan B. Anthony dollar coins, which people didn't really like or use much. The new coin was golden in color and had a smooth edge, and it showed a picture of Sacagawea. She was a Native American woman who helped the explorers Lewis and Clark on their journey across America. The design was made to honor her and to create a coin that people would want to use in everyday life. Millions of these coins were made in 2000, so they were very common. The government hoped that people would use these coins a lot, but that didn't really happen. Instead, many people started collecting them. Most of the coins are just worth $1, but a very small number have special mistakes that make them extremely rare and valuable. These mistakes happen during the minting process. When coins are made, a blank metal disc is pressed with heavy dies that stamp the design on both sides. If something goes wrong during this process, you get an error coin. Sometimes the metal isn't cut right, sometimes the coin is struck twice, or the design is off-center. These mistakes can make a coin look very different and very rare. One of the rarest mistakes for the 2000 Sacagawea dollar is called a clipped planchet error. This means the metal blank that was supposed to become the coin was cut unevenly or partly missing. When the coin is struck, part of the edge is missing. It might look like a piece has been cut off. These coins are very unusual and very rare, which makes them highly sought after by collectors. Another important error is called a double strike. This happens when the coin is stamped twice before it leaves the mint. The designs on the coin look blurry or doubled, almost like a shadow behind the main design. This kind of error is also very rare and can increase the coin's value a lot. There is also the off-center strike error. This means the coin was not lined up properly when it was stamped, so part of the design is missing or pushed to one side. The coin looks uneven and strange, but these off-center coins are prized by collectors because they don't happen often. When you put all these errors together, you start to understand why some of these coins have sold for such high prices. While a normal Sacagawea dollar is just worth $1, an error coin in great condition can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Some have sold for as low as $70,000, others for $98,000, and a few very rare examples have sold for $150,000 or more. This is because collectors value rarity and uniqueness, and error coins like these are like treasures that come by once in a lifetime. Sacagawea herself was an important figure in American history. She was a young woman who helped explorers find their way across the country. The coin was designed to celebrate her and her contribution. This makes the coin special even without errors. But when you add in the rare mistakes, it becomes something much bigger than just a coin. It becomes a piece of history and a prized collector's item. If you want to know if your coin is one of these rare error coins, here is what you can do. First, look closely at the edge of the coin. Is there a part missing or clipped off? Does it look uneven? That might be a clipped planchette error. Next, look at the design on the front and back. Does it look blurry or doubled? That might be a double strike. Or is the design pushed to one side and missing part of the picture? That could be an off-center strike. If you think your coin has one of these errors, don't get too excited before you check it carefully. The next step is to have it authenticated. You can take it to a professional coin grader or send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC. They will look at your coin, check if the error is real, and give it a grade that tells you how valuable it is. This step is very important because many fake error coins exist, and grading helps buyers and sellers trust the coin's value. Once your coin is authenticated and graded, you can decide if you want to sell it. Selling rare coins can be tricky. Many people use online auctions like eBay, or they go to specialized coin auctions where experts sell coins for the best prices. Some collectors will pay a lot for a genuine rare error coin. But always be careful. There are scammers out there who might try to cheat you. Always use trusted services and don't rush into selling without checking your options. The story of the 2000 Sacagawea $1 error coin is a perfect example of how something simple can turn into something incredible. It reminds us that treasures are sometimes hiding in the most ordinary places. You might have this rare coin in your pocket or your collection without even knowing it. The next time you come across a Sacagawea dollar, take a moment to look at it carefully. You might just have a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars or more. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed learning about this amazing coin, please like this video and subscribe for more fascinating stories about coins and hidden treasures. If you have ever found a rare coin or want to share your story, please leave a comment below. We love hearing from other treasure hunters and collectors. Keep looking, keep collecting, and remember, sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest surprises. If you want, I can help you break this down further for narration or suggest visuals to make your video even better. Would you like me to do that?